Smudge was a curious orange tabby cat with bright, inquisitive eyes. He lived with his owner, Sarah, in a small cottage nestled in the countryside. The house was cozy, with a sprawling garden that Sarah tended to year-round. Smudge, though small, loved to explore every inch of their property. He often followed Sarah around as she worked, enjoying the fresh air and the sights and sounds of nature. As autumn arrived, the garden began to change. The once lush green plants now had hints of gold and red, the leaves turning as the cool breeze picked up. Sarah was busy harvesting vegetables and preparing the garden for the upcoming winter months. Smudge was especially intrigued by the pumpkins that had grown in the garden. They were large, round, and vibrant in color, and he loved to bat at their stems as they rolled gently in the wind. One bright morning, Sarah took Smudge outside to gather the pumpkins she had grown. She carefully placed each one into a basket, and Smudge followed her around, his tail swishing with excitement. Every now and then, he would pause to pounce on a fallen leaf or chase a butterfly, but mostly he stayed close to Sarah, watching her work. As the basket filled up, Sarah smiled at Smudge. "We're going to have a great harvest this year," she said. Smudge meowed in agreement, even though he didn't really understand what that meant. All he knew was that the pumpkins smelled wonderful, and he liked to play with them. Later that afternoon, after they had finished gathering the pumpkins, Sarah set up a small table outside for a picnic. She placed a few of the pumpkins on the table, along with some of the other vegetables she had harvested, carrots, squash, and tomatoes. Smudge hopped onto the table, sniffing at the vegetables curiously. He nudged a pumpkin, and it rolled off the edge of the table. Smudge quickly chased after it, his paws sliding on the grass as he tried to catch the runaway pumpkin. It was a simple, carefree moment, but it made Sarah laugh, and Smudge felt a warm sense of contentment. After their picnic, Sarah took the pumpkins into the kitchen and began preparing a delicious pumpkin soup. Smudge sat nearby, watching her work, his tail flicking every now and then. When the soup was finally ready, Sarah poured herself a bowl and placed a small plate of food down for Smudge. He devoured his meal in minutes, purring contentedly as he licked the last crumbs from his dish. As the sun set, casting a warm golden glow over the garden, Sarah and Smudge sat on the porch together. The evening air was cool, and the leaves rustled gently in the breeze. Sarah sipped her soup, and Smudge curled up at her feet, feeling happy and full. It had been a good day, and as the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Smudge knew that tomorrow would be another day full of simple pleasures, of pumpkins, laughter, and the company of his best friend, Sarah.